Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia and I'm obsessed with stickers and planning, so if you are too, you're in the right place. My channel is full of plan with me's, sticker hauls, and other planning videos. All of my videos have timestamps in the description so you can skip around to different sections and to different shops in my hauls. And if this is your 20th time listening to this intro, you can go ahead and skip this too. All my social media links, including Instagram, are in the description, as well as all the supplies I use and notes about each video. The planner I'm currently using is my standard size vertical planner, which I use for decorative memory planning. I also just want to add a couple quick notes about me since I don't always remember to go into detail in my videos, and for new viewers it can be confusing. So when I mention work, I'm referring mostly to my bookkeeping position at a grocery store, and when I mention Anastasia, or Anna for short, she is my pet ball python. So let's go ahead and get started with this video, and I hope you enjoy. Hi everyone, so I'm very excited to be going over this week's new releases, which is the Carnival collection. So I don't think I was originally going to do this theme, but I did do a poll on Instagram asking you guys which themes you would like to see next, and I just included it for whatever reason and it got a lot of votes, so I just decided to throw it out. Also good timing because the Scribble Prints Co. Carnival kit, or I guess the older kit was reformatted into the newest format, and I actually have the original kit as like a mini kit that I am using for the mock spread that you will see at the end of this video. So I just decided to go ahead and use that because I did want to actually purchase the new reformat to use as my actual Carnival kit whenever I do use it. And I have a few other Carnival kits as well in my collection, so I figured it would be a pretty useful theme. I think there was another popular Carnival kind of art set that came out in a kind of a different clip art style, but I saw a lot of shops use it, so y'all might have some in your collection. But yeah, I just thought it would be really fun, and it did also come to my attention when I was designing this set that I really don't know that much of a difference between Carnival, a fair, any kind of boardwalk or amusement park, or just anything like that, or a circus. All those things kind of run together. I'm not really too sure about all the different elements that make up each one and where the overlap is, if there's any. So honestly, the things in this collection could probably work for a lot of those themes, and probably will be very versatile for a lot of different clip arts out there. So yeah, there's some theme park elements in here as well that you could use for theme park kits, but just stay tuned for next week, because next week will be the Magic collection, which is going to be kind of a Disney theme, so that will be better for Disney specific parks and stuff. This one will be for everything else. I feel I don't know why this is the amusement park themed foil summer, but yeah, that seems to be what's happening right now. So yeah. So as for the foil colors that I chose, I couldn't really make up my mind. There were a lot that would go. I think you could probably go with a classic gold or silver, but I chose, or even with the specific kit and art set, I feel blue hollow would even be cool. But I just chose to bring out the ballerina foil because I think it's really underrated, and it looks really orangey on camera, I feel but it is it's very light pink. It's a nice ballerina pink, which is why I call it ballerina. But I did do the foil bundle in this ballerina foil color just to kind of show it off more, and I think it really works well with the actual kit that I'll be using it with. And then the rest of the collection I just did in hollow because I think that'll work a little bit better with the rainbow colors of the Carnival art that I have, but it'll probably work with a lot of others too. You could do sparkly hollow if you want, but I think that might be a bit much for this particular theme. And also I did another poll on Instagram about bringing gold hollow into the shop. I asked in my last video, I think I said I was going to do a poll and see what people thought, and all you guys pretty much want gold hollow. So eventually I will be bringing that into the shop. I feel probably in a few weeks, and I'll also bring in some more classic colors that I don't have. A dark blue and probably a solid orange. Let me know if there's any classic colors that are kind of missing that you would want as well, like maybe even like a teal or something like that. And I will consider bringing those in as well, because I do want to kind of order a lot at once to make it worth it for like the shipping costs. So yeah, let me know of any like basic or even just other fun foils that you want, and we'll see what I can bring to the shop. So yeah, basically we just have ballerina and hollow right now, so let's go ahead and get into it. So we'll do the bundle last, because I like showing off all of the individual sheets first, and then you can just see how I like aggregated them for the bundle. But starting off with our underlays, I actually don't have as many underlays as I usually do. Usually I do 4, but I just like wasn't feeling like there were a ton of options for the underlay pattern. There was like a 4th one that I could have done, I felt like, but I kind of wanted to save that for a different collection that I'll be doing real soon, and I might explain that when that one comes out. But there were only like 3 main ones that I wanted to do for this one. So we have our large pattern underlay, which is all of the main 4 elements in a couple different sizes, like really crammed together with some confetti dots in there. And then we have the medium version of that, which is the more sparse version, which does have all the same elements but much more spread out, because this is like the more standard style of underlay. And so you get 2 options depending on how much cover you want for the like confetti pattern. And then the fun one for this week is these cute little stuffed bears and like the claw machine claws, which is kind of a theme that you'll be seeing a little bit throughout the rest of the collection, but I just thought it would be adorable to like have these like alternating. So these aren't going to be super great if you use a ton of boxes. Like, you know, if you use a big old half box, that's going to cover pretty much all of it, and you're not necessarily going to be able to tell what the pattern is if you only see like a little bit of the claw or the bear. So with these boxes, I would recommend just like getting 1 sheet and then getting more of either these 2, or you could even get just like one of my basic confetti sheets, which is like just the confetti in 3 different like fill patterns, and then just like alternating that with like a few of these every time you're using like a square box, or even like only a couple like fancy labels or something, just so that it doesn't cover up so much and you can still kind of like tell what this pattern is. That's what I'd recommend for this specific underlay, but it was just too cute to not design it, so it's an option for you. Okay, and then we have the headers. So as usual, the format of the sheet pretty much stays the same. There's 26 header overlays total. There's 9 each of the top 2 designs and then 8 of the bottom. So the confetti always goes in the top left. So there we have our confetti design, which I haven't really explained like what's in it yet, but we do have some cotton candy in there, as well as some tickets, balloons, and popcorn. And then there's also like little popcorn kernels, or I guess popped popcorn pieces in the confetti as well. And this one is just like a line of the tickets, which they actually like didn't come like that. I had to kind of arrange it, but I thought it was really cute to just do that as they would come like off the roll. And then down here we have alternating bears and balloons. So those are the headers, and then the deco sheet, which has all of those elements and more. Also, just disclaimer, as always, ignore any mistakes or black specks that you see in these particular sticker sheets. These are like the test run sticker sheets, and they have minor imperfections. Your stickers will not have those. So yeah, we have all of our deco elements. I always do some big ones at the bottom. So we have our bear, popcorn, tickets, and then cotton candy. And then we have some smaller elements, and I included the claw in just the medium size. So these are the medium rows. And then we have a couple of the like tiny rows. So we have like more filled in versions of the above. And then we have the cluster versions of the like tiny ones, and then the really tiny ones that are like a different kind of cluster pattern. So I always just include some extra little confetti dots in there. Yeah, hollow is like really hard to foil, so like all of this black specks, yeah. Hollow is difficult, but I always do make it perfect when somebody orders it. And so here we have the dangles, which actually did turn out pretty well. So we have the cotton candy, popcorn, bear, ticket, and then everything repeats for the top row of the really long dangles, which are a little bit more than like half of a full box in height, but you can trim them to whatever size you want. I feel like I leave enough space in between the dots so you can trim them. And here we have some shorter versions of the same size, and then we have the more creative dangles right here. So it's just like alternating patterns of the design. So we have little alternating cotton candies, popcorn pieces, tickets, and bears, and then smaller versions of those. Then we have the same thing on this row, but like mirrored, and then we have some of the tiny dangles down here. So that is dangles, and then we have swoops next. So we have the tickets and the bears for the larger ones, and then we have cotton candy and the popcorn for the more medium ones. And then for the ones that go across the top, we have tickets, cotton candy, popcorn. We have just the popcorn pieces, and then I just thought the claws would be really fun to throw in there as well. And then the really tiny one is also a popcorn piece. So yep, and how they are arranged on this sheet is how they are meant to go over the full box for the most part, but of course you can use them however you want. And there's plenty that face in both directions. And then we have dividers. So we have 16 total simple line dividers at the bottom, which I like to use to decorate like fancy labels, but you can use them anywhere or just as normal dividers. And then we have the line dividers, but with design elements. So we have a ticket, popcorn, bear. And then we have the more creative dividers up top. So we have the popcorn bucket and the popcorn pieces, and then 2 bear sizes alternating, and then we have the tiny confetti dots and the tickets. And now we have the confetti full box overlays. So this is the full fill, so this is the most dense like confetti pattern for the overlays. So this covers up the most amount of clip art. There's a lot of confetti in there, but yeah, so the 4 main elements, we have the cotton candy, the bear holding a balloon, which is really cute. We have the popcorn, and then tickets, and then another balloon, and more balloons and tickets throughout. And then there's only one version of that, but then we have the medium confetti overlays, which are basically just like there's less confetti, so they cover up less clip art. So you get just the 4 corners pretty much and just the same design. And this and the smaller size of confetti come in 3 different options. So this is the 4 corner option. You also get the 3 corner option where just the outer corners are all missing in case you don't want to cover up clip art. In a full box that has clip art in one of those corners, you can choose this sheet as an option, and then also comes in the 2 corner. And this is just an example of what the small size of confetti looks like as the 2 corner. So you can kind of see the size comparison there. This is the small size. And then we have these 2 corners missing, these 2, and then the top 2 and the bottom 2, because these 2 boxes work really well over different types of like fashion girl boxes, depending on how they are arranged. And then we have the double box scenes. So we have our like standard full fill confetti double box scene at the top, and then I always do like a creative one at the bottom. So we have our little amusement park banners, and then we have some rides and some sparkles. So I forget what that's called. It's like the one where you sit in a chair and it spins you around, and then we have the little carousel right there. Super cute. And then we have the tall box sheet as well with that same confetti. I did make the confetti, I think, a little bigger for this one, possibly. But yeah, so we have the Scroll Prints Co. size tall box on this sheet, and then the shorter Glam Planner / Crest Press size tall box as well, and the 2 page flag overlays as well, because I still use page flags, so I do include those in my sheets, just kind of wherever they fit. So you'll have whatever size you need if you purchase that sheet. And then same for the big box overlay if you're getting a Glam Planner kit or Paper Candy Art or Apple Blossom Prints. Any other shop that uses these big boxes, this is the larger size for Glam Planner boxes, and you can get a smaller size for the other 2. And there are more flag overlays at the bottom of the sheet as well. These are, I think, Glam Planner size flag overlays. typically, because if you're going to get this sheet, you're going to get it for a glam planner kit. Yeah, and this is like a bigger version of the confetti than on the full box overlays. So there's that, and then here are the quote overlays that I sneaked on Instagram because I was just so proud of these. I actually did like put everything together myself and like type all the words out and stuff for this sheet, so I'm really proud of it. So these two have the full confetti outline, and then they have just the text inside that. So we have cotton candy please, and then a little cotton candy in that one, and then take me to the carnival in that one with the tickets and then some popcorn pieces. And then this one is just like a rides text overlay. So we have roller coasters, Ferris wheels, hot air balloons, and merry-go-rounds. I was going to do like carousels, but it was too long of a word and it didn't fit, so merry-go-rounds is in there. And then this one is a really fun one, so I kind of like to get creative with my borders now. So this is like a text border, and it's just like all the snacks and foods you can get at like a carnival, obviously, and then there's little popcorn pieces in between them. So I'm trying to find like a good angle so you can see it a little better. So we have funnel cake, popcorn, cotton candy, hot dogs, garlic fries, and pretzels. I always get garlic fries when we go to the boardwalk. And, sorry, wrong way, ice cream and candy apples. So like most of these are my favorite things. I don't like hot dogs or pretzels really, but everything else on this sheet I do like. It's all my favorite stuff. Like these four are like my favorite desserts in general. So yeah, we have both, oh, and cotton candy. We have both sweet and savory stuff on there. So I thought that was a really fun like text border kind of situation. So that's the quote overlays, and then we have the full box overlays, of which there are two types. So this is like the standard border one. So we have our two line borders. This one has the little tickets at the top, and then this one has the little bear and the claw from the claw machine decorating that. I really like this sheet. And then we have the fun icon border here, which is just like tiny versions of all the design elements with popcorn pieces in between them. And then this one is really cute. So we have a row of the balloons, and then there's the tiny little bear who's trying to fly away with one of them. Where's he going? I don't know. He's going on an adventure. Thought that was adorable. So there's the full box overlays number 1, and then number 2 is the rides. So we have just like a full view of the skyline of like the carnival or amusement park or whatever. We have a Ferris wheel, we have a carousel, and then a roller coaster. So you can pick up that sheet as well. And now let's go into the bottom washi. So there's, again, not as many options, I feel like, as usual for this one either. Well, I feel like this may be standard. It's more than last week anyway. So we do have the like classic solid pattern bottom washi, which is just like the alternating elements. And I wanted to include the little popcorn clusters on the sheet because I like forgot to make room for them on the deco sheet. So if you purchase this 15mm, you do get little popcorn clusters that you get to sprinkle wherever you want. But yeah, there's just some larger design elements on that one. And then the like fun one is the little bear and the claw machine, which is adorable. So yeah, if you do want to like incorporate this pattern in, you will be able to see it if you use it as the 15mm overlay as opposed to like the underlay. But if you're using both, then like this stuff kind of will match with other elements in the collection. Like if you use the full box overlay that has that, like it kind of all matches depending on like which pieces you pick up. And I try to offer options like that on all my collections. Like you won't really see one thing that like doesn't appear anywhere else necessarily, except for the rides sheet. But yeah, and then we have the bear and the claws deco pieces as well. And then for the confetti, we do have the page flag overlays, and then the same thing repeated for the confetti pattern. And then there is also the 7 and 10mm option as well. If you're using a glam planner kit, which has the triplicated bottom washi, you can pick up one of these, and then you would also pick up this sheet to use for the other two bottom washi pieces. So you do have the banners for the 10mm, and then the confetti pattern for the 7mm that matches the header overlay. It's just a little bigger. And then these are glam planner sized page flag overlays as well, for obvious reasons, because this is like the glam planner specific sheet. And those are the main bottom washi options. Now, I did upgrade the size from the 30mm to 32mm because, as you may have been able to tell in previous videos, I have discovered, since actually using my own foil, that 30mm is pretty much too small for most sizes of intact bottom washi. I don't know why I thought it was just a nice even double of 15mm, because whenever anybody slices their 15mm in half, there's always one side that's bigger, and I should have like understood that, but I didn't. So yeah, there might be like a little bit not covered if you use my previous overlays. You might have to like trim it or just use it. It's up to you, but you know, going forward, I am upgrading the size so it actually makes sense. So this is now the 32mm. Like, I kind of feel bad. I mean, it did say 30mm, so if you like measured your bottom washi, like, you would know that it would be too short, but I still feel really bad. But I mean, I'm learning as a shop. It's all a learning experience. So we are improving with every collection. So it is now the right size, and we will find out when I use this in the mock spread. But yeah, so this is the 32mm. We have our banner at the top, and then we have a like little circus tent kind of, and then the roller coaster, and then the carousel. And then for this particular right side version, you do have also a hot air balloon and then a little train as well. And then you can get the version that doesn't have those but does have just the weekend banner if you want to include the weekend banner on the right side. But the left side, there's only one option, which is just that like chair ride again, hot air balloon, and then another circus tent. And then the tent and hot air balloon are also deco pieces because they are not provided as deco anywhere else. I had to include the train because I love trains. But yep, so that is the 32mm. And now we can go over the bundle, which I almost forgot. Can't leave the bundle behind. So yep, as usual, this will be available as an ultimate foil bundle with everything included, underlays included, and you can also get it as a mini bundle, which does not have the overlays, and the add-on sheet is an optional add-on for both the ultimate and the mini, so it really just depends on whether you want the underlays or not. The underlays will be available in any underlay pattern, so you can pick your own pattern as well as picking your own foil color. So for the first sheet, we have the newer format of the full box overlays. So we have 2 full fill, 2 medium 4-corner, and then 2 medium 2-corner, and then the double box scene, which is like the more classic full confetti pattern double box scene overlay. If you want the fun one, you can get that sheet separately. And then we have the 2 pages of underlays. This is just the large pattern just for demonstration purposes, but again, you can get either the medium or the claw machine pattern as well. And then the third sheet is the header overlays and the deco. Let me know if like this format is working for you, because like I've only reformatted it once and it was a very minor reformat, but like if you're getting like too many overlays or too much deco and you would rather have something else on the sheet, like if you'd rather me sprinkle in some like swoops and dangles, like maybe as like a quarter of this page instead of like a whole half of it being deco, maybe just some deco up here and then some swoops and dangles if you want to like just have a few of them to play around with, or dividers or anything else that isn't included on these sheets, let me know what format would work best for you. Because I haven't really gotten any feedback about the format, but if there's anything you want to change, let me know and we'll see what we can do. Because I do have dividers on the sheet, but they're like the plain dividers. Like I don't really switch these up because I don't know what people are going to necessarily want to use. So yeah, the top part of the sheet always stays the same on page 4 of the bundles. I do just change up the bottom washi depending on what I feel like is the most classic version. So we do have the solid pattern, and then the confetti, and then the page flags, weekend banner, date dots, tiny bows, tiny deco, little cluster deco, and then plain dividers, and then dot dividers, which again are just versatile enough to go with anything, so you could also save them for other kits. And then the optional add-on sheet just includes 2 additional underlays if you use extenders and you need some more, and then the 3 medium 3-corner full box overlays, like confetti overlays, and then 2 from the full box overlays sheet. So I just always pick my favorites. So we have the fun border and then the bear and claw border, and then 2 of my favorite from the quotes sheet as well. So So that's the add-on, and yeah, this is the ballerina foil color. I'll try to like adjust the colors so that they are more true to life, but we will see what I can do. Okay, so that is the Carnival collection. Now here is the mock spread that I've put together using the Scribble Prints Co. Carnival set. I don't even know if it's called Carnival, but I would assume it is probably called Carnival. And I already have like all of the stickers put down for the most part, so we're just going to add the foil, and then we're going to put some boxes over that so you can see what the underlays look like with boxes over them. I'm probably not going to do the dangles and swoops going forward unless I have like an oops sheet of those, because like my first prints of those have been pretty good, and I usually like to reserve those in case somebody buys them because they're hard to get right. But we'll see, you know, if I have an oops in the next few collections of those sheets, I'll just throw them into the mock spread, but you can get an idea of it. And also people have used those types of stickers in spreads before with my foil, so you can kind of get an idea of what they look like. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and lay down the mock spread and then come back and show you everything. Let's get into it. Okay, so here is the finished product. Here you can see the mixed metal look with both the ballerina and the hollow foil. Now this is actually super embarrassing again, but the cut lines on the 32mm were still 30mm, so unfortunately it is still too short. The bottom part has been cut off, as you can see. I will fix that, so it will be the correct actual cut size in the future. But yeah, oopsie. Anyways, just know that I fixed that. But yeah, so here's everything else. I put a lot of the deco pieces all around so you can kind of see what the clusters look like, and just other items like as like, you know, where the icon stickers would go. I thought this was really fun. We did the girl with the bear, but then we also have the little bear cluster deco and the claws, so that's just an example of how you can use that. Put the tickets on the movie marquee, of course, and everything else. So yep, here's the bear underlays, and I did just demonstrate covering it up with like a third box. So if you do want to leave them as like a display, you can kind of do that, or you could put like probably a little thing or something there and cover up that row so you can still see the pattern above and below that. Do I have any spare little things? Let me just demonstrate with like a work label. Like you could put it right there. Actually, let me just do that so we can get photos of that. Yep, so you can still see the pattern if you want to just arrange it like that. And yep, you can see the header overlays. And here we have the medium 4 corner because I didn't want to cover up too much of the signage. Here we have the cotton candy quote overlay. I did the 2 corner here because again I didn't want to cover up the little Ferris wheel buckets or whatever. And then we have the claw machine overlay, the rides overlay over the side because it just seemed like it really fit over that one. We have the classic double box scene overlay, although the other one could probably work pretty well as this one. I'm trying to see if I have it lying at hand. This one would be cute because however, it would be like a ride in front of like a ride or booth or whatever, but you could do that if you want over this one. And then we have the full fill over that one, and then the like icon border over that one. And then little gecko at the top. And here's at least the top of the 32 millimeter, how it would look. And yeah, that is the mock spread version. So excited to see what kits you guys are going to use this with and what foil colors you're going to pick to pair with those kits. Very exciting. And yeah, this will be available on Friday. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, and share, that would be amazing. And I will see you in my next video. Ciao, ciao.